This study changed the way I trade forever. It genuinely is amazing. Do your codes actually work? Let's find out. My name's Trey. I've been actively trading the stock market for over 10 years, and I've been building custom codes within the Thinkorswim platform for over 6 years. This right here is one of my favorite custom studies called the dot plot indicator. And what we're going to do in today's video is we are going to watch it in real time during the pre-market mover session this morning and see how it performs. And here we go. It's 7 a.m. We're on the 1 minute chart, and we've got a stock here, ATON, that is getting a pretty nice move on news this morning. Obviously, the news broke here at 7 a.m. Since then, for obvious reasons, every dot has been green. So if you saw this news breaking here at 7 a.m., you had a chance to go ahead and get in on this next 1 minute candle with this green dot. And obviously, I mean, this is going to depend on your exit strategy, but for example's sake, for this video, we're not going to exit until we see a red dot, but the stock has already made a 23% move since the first green dot. Anyway, we're just going to kind of chill and watch this until we get our first red dot, and that's where we'll simulate our exit. You can see here, even on this red candle, we have not yet gotten a red dot. So the momentum, direction, and strength of this ticker is still bullish, so we are still in, and it's actually already retesting highs. All right, so it's 2 minutes later. That candle we were on actually did go break highs. Unfortunately, failed to close up there. We're now getting a pullback, and you'll actually notice now that our top dot is non-existent. It actually is now appearing red. If the dot isn't existing, that means that you have a mix of the indicators, which means that you are in some sort of chop. You can decide to exit there or you can't. It's not my job to give you the implementation. It's my job to provide you with the tools. But anyway, it doesn't matter because the dot ended up turning red anyway. So once again, in pre-market, this stock announced news at the top of the hour, as companies typically do in pre-market trading. We got our first green dot. We'll track from the close of this candle up and in holding until the close of this candle with the first red dot. That is a 15% gainer. Pretty nice start, just simply using the dots. And the power, like the real power of this study, I think, is the confidence it gives you to hold the winners. Because how many times have you entered a trade exactly like this? Oh, it got bullish news. You make the same exact entrance, you do great. But as soon as you get up like 5-6%, you're happy-go-lucky and you sell there. Well, with this indicator in a study like this, once again, gives you that confidence to hold. So you hold and you end up making an extra, whatever it would have been, and locking in 15% in this first trade of the day here at 7 a.m. By the way, if you're wondering how I'm finding these tickers, because that's vital. It doesn't matter how good your studies or codes are if you can't find the trades, right? It's actually been discussed in my official Discord server. The ticker ATON has been talked about all morning in here. It actually looks like one of the traders in here might have taken a very similar trade to the one that we just looked at for a 16% gain. It first popped up in the Discord here at 7:03, and I actually mentioned it here at 7:01, 7:02 as well. So as soon as this move started happening, it was being discussed in the Discord. And you get lifetime access to this Discord server at no additional cost when you sign up for the annual plan on my website to access the codes. So you're going to get access to over 150 plus custom Thinkorswim codes, obviously including the dot plot study that we're talking about in today's video, and lifetime access to the Discord. And if you're watching this video right now as I release it, currently the Black Friday sale is active, the largest sale of the year. You can use discount code TURKEY at checkout, and that's going to get you access to the 12 months of codes and lifetime access to the Discord, all for less than $10 a month, $120. But there are people that charge $100 a week to access their trading Discords. You get all of that for $120. Just a pretty ridiculous deal. My website's called daytradingstrategies.net, and there will be a link in the description down below this video if you'd like to take advantage of the opportunity. All right, intermission over. Let's lock back into the trades. We've actually got a stock here, ENLV, that got a news pop sort of at a random time. I was sitting here kind of waiting for 8 o'clock, waiting for the top of the hour, and actually at 7:55, this ticker ENLV has popped. Of course, we're talking about it over in the Discord. It got its first green dot, once again, obviously, because this is a huge green candle, got its first green dot here at the close of this candle around $1.07. It has already made a 17.5% move up. And obviously, we'll keep an eye on this, track where it goes from here, track when our dot plot study here gives its first indication of weakness via a red dot. So here we're actually gonna get a relatively sizable red candle. And I wanna point this out because you'll notice that just because we got a red candle, the dots aren't turning red. These momentum indicators that we are using under the hood here to track momentum, direction, and strength of the ticker are still pointing bullish to the upside. It's not just like win green candle green and win red candle red. We are looking under the hood, once again, at some important technical indicators to give the direction of this stock. So we are still green even after this big red candle. Let's see if now, obviously from here, we can continue to get any kind of bullish flow. All right, so it tried. The next candle was green. It tried to fight back. Now we are getting another red candle. Now we are seeing a red dot. This candle closes in 2 seconds. It looks like we're gonna go ahead and exit this trade for a just over 9% gain. We're not setting the house on fire. We're not setting the world on fire, I should say, not house. But I don't think you're going to complain about 9% profit in what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Are you going to complain about making 9% in 5 minutes? I hope you wouldn't. And I'll just flex the Discord one more time because this was actually a really tough stock to find because it did pop at sort of a random time, but it was mentioned in the Discord at 7:55. Literally on its first 1 minute candle that the news and the stock began to pop, it was brought up in this Discord server. All right, here we go. We've got another ticker, this time at the bottom of the hour. It is currently 8:30, 1 hour before market open, and we've got ticker GELS getting a spike. Obviously on the spike, you get your first green candle. We will assume that we didn't buy until the close of this candle. That's just the safest way to perform our test here. So in at $1.03. And over the next 2 1-minute candles, it is already up over 19%. Of course, for the testing that we're doing in today's video, we will obviously wait for our first red dot and see what happens. So take a look here at what happened. This actually hasn't happened yet in either of our previous 2 examples. We got obviously the green entrance here and we got a pretty nice move up, but then we got the big red candle. However, I've been speaking about this fact that it is not only red or green in the dot plot indicator. It can also be mixed. And when it's mixed, you don't get the top dot. That's just how it's referenced as mixed. It's neither completely, should I say, bullish or completely bearish. You're kind of in a chop zone. So that happened, got the pullback, got sort of the chop zone here of 3 candles in a row, and boom, here we go. We're back off and again. So if your exit strategy, once again, I can't tell you what to do. I can just provide you the tools. But if your exit strategy is to wait for that first red dot, you're still in this trade and currently sitting up 17%. This thing is volatile off the rails. I mean, it just broke into new highs on this 1 minute candle and then has just immediately gotten slapped back down. It's a big old fake out that just happened. I wish I had my camera on for that, but you'll have to believe me, and you can tell from the way it's moving. Broke out into highs, got slapped back down, and now in fact has gotten that red dot. Guess what? Still locked in 12%. Let's call it 11 just to be safe. Still locked in 11% of gains in that one. We also haven't talked about this yet at all throughout the examples in this video, but guess what? We are actively trading. We're looking to take advantage of short-term volatility. So this exit on GELS wasn't bad at all because the next few candles dropped pretty hard. But guess what? The stock is trying to fight back now. We've actually gotten another green dot here at the close of this candle at about $1.14. So we could re-enter this stock and let's see where it goes from here. And boom, here we go. We did get a little bit of a pullback. And once again, we kind of got down to this chop area in which there was no dot. But once again, the strategy we are going with for this video is we don't sell until we see red. So we got in, let me get the right drawing on. We got in, a little bit of a push, a little bit of a drawdown, but now pumping back up, currently sitting up over 6.5% in this trade. So what's going on with this trade here is what I love about this study. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's just that confidence to hold, because once again, we got another pullback here, pretty hard pullback, almost back to our entrance, but the dots remained green. No reason to exit the trade yet. Don't panic. There's no overthinking, should I sell, should I? No, the dots are green. Just hold the trade. Wait until the dots turn red. Have a strategy, follow the strategy. And a study like this and all the custom codes that I publish help you with that, right? Help you to have that statistically proven quantifiable strategy so that when you're in your trades, you know you're doing the right thing. Does that mean you're going to win every trade? Doesn't mean the codes are going to make you rich. Hell no, of course not. But I guarantee you it's going to make your trading way less stressful. That is something I can guarantee. Anyway, once again, we got another green candle still in this trade. Once again, it tried to break highs. The stock has done this a lot. Tried to break highs, failed. Tried to break highs, failed. It's going to maybe go try again. Let's see if it can stick this time. We are currently sitting up about 8% in this second position on this ticker. All right, well, now it's actually going. It actually got up and above highs and seems to actually want to break out and have a little bit of continuation strength. Obviously, the dots have continued to paint green the whole time. We have no reason yet to get out of this trade, which is awesome. We held through kind of all the pain and chop with the help of our study here, and we now sit up over 18.5% in this position. Well, it's pulling back a little bit now, but 14% in this position. All right, the stock is now pulling back. It looks like we are finally going to get stopped out of this position with a strategy like this, with a continuation type strategy that we don't have an upside sell target on. There will always be some pullback on the end, like we were up 18%, and we're going to go ahead and lock in this trade up 10%. But that's perfectly fine. I mean, 10% is still amazing, not to mention the 11% we made before, so 21% on this ticker. But once again, you hold through all this chop. Like if you didn't have a study like this giving you the confidence that the ticker is still bullish, almost everybody would have exited this trade, even if they entered at exactly the right place. Everybody would have exited this trade somewhere in this chop. You would have gone like, oh, it looks weak. Oh, it's pulling back. Oh, this, whatever your brain makes you come up with to exit the trade, you would have gotten out of this thing. Instead, we get to hold, we get to ride, and we get to lock in 10% on this trade. It's been a very good morning so far for the dot plot indicator. That's going to do it for our pre-market session. The market opens up here pretty soon. Take a look, by the way, at this exit. Get out when you're supposed to get out at the right time when you're dealing with this kind of volatility. Anyway, just an amazing morning. We watched over 45% of gains happen live and in real time just this morning. Now, today was a really good one. Not every day is going to be like this. Not every trade is going to be a winner. These results are not typical, and you definitely will take losing trades even using this study with a strategy like this. Please, I don't ever want anyone thinking that they can sign up to my codes and unlock some sort of like magic never losing strategy. That's not the idea behind my codes. That'll never exist ever in the history of stock trading. So please stop looking for stuff like that. This was just to show off the usefulness of this tool in real time. So remember to head on over to daytradingstrategies.net, take advantage of the Black Friday sale if it's still active while you're watching this video. Sign up for the annual plan. That's going to get you lifetime access to the Discord server, which actually currently consists of 1,163 members. It's a lot of people that have signed up for the annual plan. It's a lot of eyes on the market. We covered it in real time today. The stocks that we traded were all mentioned as soon as they started moving in this Discord server. So it's a great place to be to make sure that you're never missing out on these kind of moves. So here's my sales pitch to you. What if it doesn't work? That's the obvious question you should be asking yourself. Well, if it doesn't work, then you've spent $120 and you still have access to 150 plus custom Thinkorswim codes you can flip through, and you still have lifetime access to that Discord server. That's the worst case scenario. Now ask yourself this question. What if it does work? What if some of the codes on this website help you shape a profitable active trading strategy for yourself? Think about your life then. Anyway, daytradingstrategies.net. It will be linked in the description down below. There's even a handful of free codes on the website because I truly believe that once you see the power of the codes, you'll have no choice but to sign up. And on this page is a quick 1-minute video tutorial showcasing exactly how to import the codes. It's very easy. If you can copy and paste, you can import 150 codes into your Thinkorswim platform. Read the reviews while you're over on the website to help decide for yourself if this is something that can help accelerate your personal trading journey. Sign up today and become a better trader immediately.